What's good, guys? Welcome to the Scallywag show. How is everybody doing, man? Happy to see everybody back in Jersey. I just flew in, man, so I'm like a waste.
And
But
boy, are your arms tired.
what's that?
I said, and boy, are your arms tired.
Yeah, everything's tired. Everything's tired. How you doing, Sky, Debbie? How you guys doing down there?
Hey guys. Well, today's my Friday. So that's exciting.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now you're down there in the Valley, Texas Valley. Sorry for people that don't know, down there with little Debbie. So I've seen a lot of the modeling pictures and stuff, and they're really awesome. So why don't you tell us a little bit about you and what you got going on down there in Texas? Sorry, I hear some crunkling in the back.
So Texas. Oh my goodness. Let me start with the weather. That's my biggest pet peeve about this place. We barely got our first cold front, and our cold front dropped to the 70s for one day.
Cold front?
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, because in South Florida, like I was down there, the first 2 days were like 90, 91, and I was loving it. And then it dipped to like 42. And I'm like, holy crap. Like, but down there, I'm still outside the t-shirt, but like all the people in Southwest Florida wearing like coats and shit out there, you know what I mean? To them, it was like, felt like 10 to us, you know what I mean? Because Jersey, it felt like Jersey weather, really. But yeah, you guys
Like they always say, down here is the bipolar weather. Right, Sky?
Always. We get like a thunderstorms 1 hour, the next hour it's like all sun and nothing happened. So that's the story always here.
Well,
yeah.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. What your modeling and everything else you're into.
So modeling, it's more of my hobby, one of my hobbies. I am a full-time nurse.
Nice.
I didn't know that.
So I'm a nurse full-time. Right now I am doing the work from home. I love it. Before this I was a behavioral health nurse, so that was interesting. So yeah, modeling, I started around 2013 maybe, but it was more like like an amateur, like take some pictures here and there. Sometimes my friends, like, they would grab a camera and they'd be like, "Can I practice on you?" I'd be like, "Yeah, sure." And then that's where I was talking about earlier, where I was like out of social media for like 10 years maybe. So 2013, I was still in college. Anyway, I became a nurse and whatnot. And back in 2019, when I got back on social media, that's when I kind of slowly started again. But the way I started both times was car modeling. So I started with car modeling again, on and off, like I said, hobby. Eventually, I started getting hired with work events, work promotions, car shows, whatnot. I would do it almost like once a week. But then I kind of started getting bored of the car modeling, and I'm like, I want to do something, like I want to do modeling, but I have so many ideas that I want to get through. Is that me?
I don't know who that is, honestly. Somebody just mentioned Debbie's alarm's beeping again, louder, but I don't even hear it. I don't hear it today.
Oh, and real quick,
So
Katie from Dead Smooth said she mailed you out a package today, Debbie.
Oh yes, I can't wait. A lot of the products that I've been receiving have been really, really badass. I love it. Like Gabby knows that I've suffered with a lot of postpartum and hair loss. And so I even messaged her like, what can I do? What can I do? And so she gave me some tips that helped as well. And then but when I got into this bearded community, I thought, Gabby, seriously, I thought it was all about just beard, until like the guys told me no, women can use it on their hair, they can use it on their skin. So I was just like, okay. So, here in the Valley, the bearded community is not that big. Like, like not a lot of people really know about that stuff.
I
So,
was almost like, I thought you were hinting something at me. I was like, okay.
no, girl. Like,
Okay.
the
Well, that's the
women
thing.
of
Like a
the
lot of people don't even
community.
realize. A lot of people don't even realize the beard oils are actually for the skin. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's butters and stuff more. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, it hydrates the beard and everything. But I use that. I rub that shit. I mean, I rub it all over my bald head and everything. Like, it's really for the skin underneath the beard to keep it not itchy and all that kinds of stuff. So it's really perfect for
Yeah.
men, women, anybody, really.
Well, when Ronnie sent me her oils, oh my God, man, it was like hair grow galore. Like I was so grateful and it looked, healthier. And so, and also Melissa's soaps, I've been using them and man, it's a miracle worker, both of them. I call both the ladies my miracle workers
Yeah,
because,
yeah, yes.
it does great. The product does amazing. So I can't wait to try Dead Smooth. Woo woo. I can't wait.
Yeah, Sean and Walker, you're getting a treat too. All right, I can't. That's it. That's it. And we need all the ladies on too. We still got to get that ladies' night going. But
Absolutely.
But,
Ladies' night.
Sky, I just wanted to tell you that ever since I followed you on Facebook, like I always tell you, you're an inspiration, dude. Like you're doing awesome out there. I love your pictures, your videos. I was so impressed with the Halloween videos. They were so badass. Like when you're in the hallway, when you did that video shoot in the hallway, kind of like an exorcist type of feel.
Yeah. Yeah, by the way, I think that noise was me, so I took off my earphones. But yeah, so back to that. Is it
Yeah.
me? I don't know what that is. So anyway, yeah, so I was bored of the car modeling, and I was like, I have so many ideas that I want to get through. So most of the ideas that you see on my Instagram and Facebook, they're from my brain. So yeah, that like Exorcist one, it was like it kind of started with like Stranger Things vibes. So that's why we got that red light. But then we turned it into like a possession type thing. And I mean, I try to incorporate my dancing background because I'm also a dancer. Well, was not so much nowadays. So I've taught that before, and I've also been a trainer. And I've done so many things. So what I've been seeing in my last few years was my training journey. My whole journey because I have PCOS. I'm not sure if you guys know what that is, but pretty much you're like when a woman has ovaries, right? We have ovaries. And then we grow for whatever reason, just hormonal like abnormalities. We grow cysts around our ovary and our hormones are just whack. So I've dealt with that, and I'm always looking, okay, like, what do I do? What can I eat? I do everything organic. I pretty much like do everything from scratch. And Debbie has messaged me before. I'm like, what do you do? And give me some tips. And so I kind of help her with my background of what I know, and then I incorporate being a nurse also with all that. So heck, it's pretty interesting. But yeah, the darker shoots, I guess you could call them, that I've done lately, it's actually because I look for photographers that want to incorporate different ideas, not just the basic, stand next to the car and look pretty, or the basic, get a pretty outfit and
Right.
look pretty in pictures. So I want to say my darker shoots because it's like, okay, exorcism concepts. I think you've seen the pumpkin heads also.
Well, that one pic, I love that one pic that we included in the video where you had like the hat on and it's kind of in that I don't know what one you call that, but that's really awesome.
Yeah.
It's like you do a lot of like unique different kinds of shoots, and I think that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
That one, it started with a different concept, and then so that the latest work I've done is with my sister-in-law. I love her because we're like into the same things. So she's a horror freak, I'm a horror freak, and it just makes sense. Yeah. And so we went from like a burlesque inspired thing to like a circus inspired to like we even went back to music videos, and We even considered Clockwork Orange, and it was just, I don't know how we ended up with like a voodoo themed mix of something, but they ended up pretty cool.
That works. Hey,
Yeah.
a Clockwork Orange theme would work pretty badass too. I think. Like, there's some of those could be really cool, turned into like photo shoots. You know. Oh yes. And you have so when you were a behavioral nurse, was that like in a school, or was that like in like a, you know, like a psychologist? Like, where were you a behavioral nurse at? Like, school wise, or was it like in a psychiatrist's office, something like that?
It was a community clinic, not really community, but I would call it a community because it was like the only, well, not the only behavioral, but it was like the largest behavioral clinic here. And there's 4 clinics of those here. I think you know which one it is, Debbie, but I don't want to see the name on here. But anyway, it's a very well-known clinic. I did work with psychiatrists. We did have several, but we would see adults and children. So I got to see both. But yeah, it was like hundreds of patients, thousands of patients for one clinic.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So yeah, I did that for 3.5 years. I left for I can't say here, personal reasons.
Right.
And before that, I did my internal medicine. So I've been an all-around nurse, I guess you can call it. But behavioral did have an impact on me. I did love that job. I didn't want to leave. I had to. But yeah, behavioral, surprisingly, something that's still, well, I know Debbie can vouch for this, but like in our area here in the valley, it's still like a very taboo subject. And it mainly comes from our cultural backgrounds here. A lot of machismo in the Hispanic community. So that's something that, you know, you think that we are, you know, long gone away from that, but no, it's something that is still very taboo, the behavioral health. And people down here, it's hard for them to believe in depression and all that. So,
well, that's why, like in Scallywags, we do a lot of like, well, mental health for everybody, but a lot of times we focus on like men's mental health, simply for the fact that a lot of guys, because that's taboo, and a lot of guys that feel like they have nowhere, you know, like they can't, you know, the old infamous, you know, suck it up, you know, you're fine, you know, any type of thing, and then they don't ever express anything until, you know what I mean, it's too late, and then, you know. With some of them stats, you know what I mean? Like, what was it? Like 75% of suicides are men, and like I think one man in every minute throughout the world kills himself. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, unalives himself. I don't want to get all these new code words and shit for saying killed or dead, but I mean, but it's a big problem, you know. So,
well, this is the thing. You know, mental health in general has been a subject that, you know, has needed to be addressed for a long time. Men's mental health absolutely needs to be addressed, not talked about enough. That's why, you know, probably 50% of the videos that Sean and I make are, you know, mental health videos. You know, I think it's really cool that you were a behavioral nurse, because you know, you don't hear about that a whole lot, you know, and that's really cool.
When I was younger, I was in some places. I was in some places when I was younger, and I've dealt with like behavioral nurse. Like I mean, in a couple of, you know what I mean. I was 15, had a suicide attempt, so I mean, I was in like some places. You know what I mean. Actually, you don't even see don't really see too many institution type of places around anymore. At least in Jersey, I don't know, but yeah, it's and that's a hard field because you know that's one of them things you got to bring home at night too. Some of the stuff you hear, some of the stuff, you know, I'm sure that's got to beat you up at the end of the day some days too. You know what I mean? Hearing about some things, I would assume.
Yeah. Actually, I'm glad you brought that up because that was the biggest thing with most of my male patients. It took them months to years to finally accept the help and come in. And they would tell me, I'm so embarrassed. Like, they would tell me not to cry when I was a kid. And so, we ease them into it, but it would take them a long time for them to actually come into the clinic and accept the help.
One of the things that men in general have to realize is that one of the most manliest things you can do is ask for help. That's absolutely true.
Right.
Yeah.
Just don't. You know what I mean? And that's the problem. And that's why we try and run some campaigns on all that stuff too. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What do we got here?
Larry Holcraft says, "Beep. So good to have you back, Debbie."
People missed your fire alarm last week, Debbie.
Good to be back. I know, Sky, they made it as a drinking game. Anytime they hear it, they take a shot. I was like, people will be on the floor by the time the end of the show ends because it beeps a lot. So I apologize.
And one of the Scallywag admins is Tim, and he's a fire chief. So he's up by Dallas, but he said he's going to drive down to the valley to fix that for you. So you have a good.
Much obliged, because I have a dad who's a handyman and he won't even fix it for me. So it's like, okay, I'm on my own.
We'll get Tim. We'll get Tim down there. Because I told him, well, see, that's why I got to stop talking shit. Because I told him I'm going to come down to Texas and like ride a bull Jersey style and show him how it's done and shit. And it's probably I'm gonna probably die.
I mean, the valley's not that bad, right, Sky? Like it's not boring, but it's very small. Like if you lived here for, what do you think?
It is growing a lot. A part of it is because of SpaceX. SpaceX is like literally 15 minutes away from me.
Is that where they go down there in the valley? That's where SpaceX goes out of?
Yeah, they shoot the rocket.
Okay. I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah. So a lot of people visit the island for that reason, because they get to see the rocket launches from the island. It is located on the Boca Chica beach, which is not that far from me, actually. It's like 15, 30 minutes, depending on the traffic, honestly. But honestly, I want to say that's one of the main reasons why the valley did grow a lot. So, but yeah, I know what you mean, Debbie, because so the valley, maybe years back, it was kind of tricky because it was pretty boring. But lately, I mean, a lot of businesses are blooming. A lot of people have new ideas, new concepts. And I think now also post-COVID, like people found new things to do, and honestly, just make the best of it. The valley in general. But yeah, I think we grow a lot.
The food's really good down here too.
Yeah, I definitely got to check out that area down there. Like I'm definitely
absolutely
tour through Texas.
Yeah.
Texas is one place I've been wanting to go for a long time and check out, and I've never seen none of it. So
like I'm near the border of Progreso. I like the border from Progreso is like maybe 10-15 minutes away from me. So
that's cool.
I remember like in the high school days going down there to party. What was I thinking? I have no clue. But yeah, I was like,
the only part of Texas I've spent any time in was El Paso. So
where is that? El Paso's South Texas, or is that up? That's up, right?
West Texas.
West.
Yeah, I'm picturing Texas. I'm like, yeah.
Okay. I gotta learn all the areas, like, because I'm an idiot. Even like when I was down in Florida, I was telling my uncle, I'm like, you looking at the map. I'm like, yeah, you're 20 a half hour away or something. He's like, I'm 3 hours away, dude. Because I'm used to New Jersey, we could drive the whole thing in like 3 hours. And then I'm looking at the map of Florida, and I'm like, well, you're only like this far away, man. But like, it's such a same thing with Texas. Like, I mean, you could drive probably 10 hours and still be in Texas. You know what I mean? So that's that's crazy.
The only thing that sucks really is the weather. I mean, the weather is just freaking weird down here all the time.
It's real hot. Now, do you get cold too, or like cold blasts, or no? Like
sometimes, like one time we had a freeze and my pipelines busted, and so I was out of water. Well, not just me, but a lot of communities were out of water for like weeks, and it sucked. But people came together, and this was actually during COVID, around the COVID time. So it was like really hard, but a lot of the communities came together to drop off water, or like if their water was running, they would bring buckets to help you out. And so it was like, I mean, you get all this crazy weather, like you don't know what's going to happen. And Valley people, well, like for myself, I'm really never prepared because I don't know. And even my phone doesn't help. Like they'll say, oh, it's going to be raining, and you go outside and it's freaking hot. So yeah,
Well, that's why I was like a little shocked that, like, because where I was I was down in between like Fort Myers and like Punta Gorda, Florida. Well, it's actually part of Punta Gorda, but it's like some new kind of hurricane-proof town or something. But it was really like awesome little place. And but that shit got to like 42. I'm like, damn, man, I thought you didn't get that shit down here, especially in like November. But it was like so rare to them. But
you can get the cold weather anywhere, man.
well, you were in the 20s, weren't you, in Georgia?
Look, I'm in Georgia right now, and during the summer you can have days up to 101 degrees. Right now, I'm looking at the thermometer on my porch, and it is 46.
Nice.
But
is here too. 46. I got off the plane, I think it was like 52, something like that.
Well, this is the thing. I've looked at the weather for the next 5 days, and it was like I'd wake up in the morning for the last 3 days and it was 32 degrees. The next few days is supposed to be 67 degrees, 70 degrees. So
yeah, so it goes right back up. Jacked up leather, 31 here. Where are you at, bro?
Holy moly.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, I can't.
But we also have like raves down here. The Gothic scene's pretty big, right, Sky? Have you been to like a couple of shows or dances lately, or no? Just taking it easy.
Actually, so I just got my schedule changed at work, but yeah, goth night, it's growing again because we did. So from what my friends tell me, it used to be bumping at goth night decades ago, and then it died down. But lately, it's growing again. I actually went. I was in McAllen, maybe like about a month ago. Cine El Rey, have you heard of that, Debbie? They
Yeah.
also opened back up. Okay, yeah. It's so closer to Debbie's area, there's McAllen. McAllen, Texas is pretty big too. So that's a very popular spot down here. And the goth scene is growing, but it's usually in that specific area. So like us here in Bronxville, we travel like an hour to get over there. And just for goth night. And they also started opening a lot of businesses, and they have this historical. I don't want to say it was the first cine, whatever movie place they had, but it's been around since like the 30s. I can't remember. Anyway, they opened it back up to make it a club. So that's like the new spot, I guess you can call it. But yeah, it's been growing a lot lately. The last maybe like 2 years.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, I miss it a lot. Like I love dancing. I mean, down here, dancing is like a big thing. Shows, metal shows for you, Walker. One of these days, you should come check out a metal show.
Well, this is the thing. Okay, if we're going to get into a little bit of music, let me tell you this. Yes, I love metal, but I'm also into everything from jazz to blues to classical. But I'm going to go on a rant real quick. They just had the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony.
White Stripes?
White Stripes.
I knew you were going to flip on White Stripes.
The fucking White Stripes got inducted before Iron Maiden. That's ridiculous.
Okay. Now
dude,
I see why.
How many like pop singers were inducted before even Ozzy, dude? I mean,
that sucks.
And look at who they just inducted. Also, okay,
I just heard
freaking White Stripes. Freaking what's that rap group? The got that guy Andre 5000 or whatever in it.
Outcast, yeah.
They just got inducted. Iron Maiden? Nope.
That's sad.
Yeah, the
ridiculous.
Nuts. It really is nuts, man. And that's like even like Jersey. You know, somebody will ask me, "What's the best band that ever came out of New Jersey? Was it Bon Jovi or Bruce Springsteen?" I'm like, the Misfits.
Misfits.
The Misfits, Twisted Sister. Let's go on. Besides like Bon Jovi and Living on a Prayer and shit. Like, you know what I mean? But those are the only two people with that. And that's man too, man. Check out Eddie and the Cruisers if you really want to see a good movie too.
Anybody who asks me who the best band out of Jersey is, I'm going to say the Misfits, and I'm going to say Southside Johnny and the Jukes.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it. End of story.
There was, yeah. I mean, but there was a lot of good ones. You know, a lot of good ones, but those are my favorite, man.
Everybody wants to talk about Bruce Springsteen. Springsteen sucks.
But here we have more of local bands, right, Sky? We have more local bands down here that really don't sing covers, but they mostly do their own, which is pretty cool. I mean, like I said, I used to go live all the time, and that's who I would follow. I was a groupie, y'all.
Hey,
so I was like,
no, didn't you ever see Almost Famous? You weren't a groupie, you were a Band-Aid, right?
Yeah, okay, a bandmate. So it was fun though. I enjoyed it. It was so cool. Like when I would go and just have, mosh pit and everything, and it was just like a ball. So I do miss that part.
Real quick, I hate to interrupt. Jacked Up Leather's got to take off. Thank you for coming in, man. Yeah, appreciate you.
Have a good night.
Look, I've played in bands since I was 15 years old. I played my first bar gig when I was 16. Okay. And music has changed so much since then over the years that, you've got your metal, you've got your new metal, you've got your indie pop, all that stuff. It's all viable music. But when it comes to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, in my opinion, if you are going to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, your band should have at least put out 4 albums and been around for at least 25 years.
Agree 100%.
Yeah, there's some crazy. That's why I don't even pay attention to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame much anymore, man, because it's like it's always just like I'm always like, who the hell was that? Like, you know what I mean? And I love all different.
Sky, I wanted to say also, when I also follow you, what I love is your car.
Oh yeah, that's another hobby.
Is that the one in the chutes? That's your car?
Yeah, the Mustang. I've had that thing fresh out of the trailer since 2017. My ride or die. It's had so many looks. The most recent one you've seen is the black matte wrap with the Vader and Stormtrooper on the sides.
Yes.
I love that thing. I know it's not a favorite, public car. We're not a big, there's not, like down here in the valley, people always mock Mustangs. But I really don't give a fuck. I mean, I love that shit. My goal was to get one of the more like older models, like a 64. So it hasn't been in my budget. So when I got this car in 2017, I had just gotten my first nursing job in a clinic. I saved up the money by myself. I was in my 20s, and I just felt proud to be able to buy that car. It's paid off, and so yeah, it's with my baby, and it has some issues right now. And I'm like, I think about like maybe letting it go and get something newer, but then I'm like, no, I can't do that. It's just one of those things like you can't let go. Like that's just me on my car. But yeah, Debbie has seen my car. I think when it was purple, when it was white.
Your Stormtrooper was. I love the Stormtrooper. When you had the Stormtrooper.
Yeah, The white is actually the original paint. It's a pearl white. So if you see it in person, it actually shimmers. It has a really pretty effect to it. Um, but I have to redo the paint just because of sun damage. And I was like, let me just wrap the car for like a few years. And I don't know why I decided to go with a matte black. I went completely opposite. But when I realized that black gets so dirty on a car, I was like, fuck my life. Like, this has got installed like last week. But it will do for a while. But the original paint on the Mustang, it's a pearl white. I actually chose that color also.
Wow.
Well,
That's
that was
cool.
like when I bought my first Harley. Uh, you know, everybody's like, "Oh man, you need to get a black Harley." I'm like, "Screw that! I got a gold Harley. I didn't want all the fingerprints and dirt and grime on it."
Gold?
Yeah, it was a matte gold with black panels on the side of the tank.
That's cool. All right, that's cool. But yeah, so Scott, so what's next for you? I know you got the model in there. You got a lot of gigs coming up, or let people know if somebody's looking to like hire you for, or are you like,
or do you sell merchandise still? Do you sell merchandise?
I haven't gotten asked in a while. For my personal merchandise, I stopped just because like, so down here in the valley, there are a lot of amateur people that just honestly they don't know what the fuck they're doing, but people will hire them because they're free. So pretty much the business with that died down. So like I mentioned before, I turned modeling more into my hobby after the car shows died down and stuff. So I used to actually do the fresheners and the shirts, and it would have my picture on it. I stopped doing that, and I mean, I still do like the promos. So like people like if they want to send me their merchandise, they want me to take a few pictures. I pretty much just ask a photographer and I pay their fee. Just because I kind of do want to help out with that. I don't mind helping out people with promoting, right? So I do that, but not my personal merchandise anymore. And it kind of got tiring trying to even sell that. And like I said, car shows kind of died down. The car shows down here, the scene, it kind of turned into a joke with all the no disrespect, the younger people. I'm talking about like the 20. I mean, I was 21, right? We were all 20s. But nowadays, it's like, I mean, I think you've seen it every, like down here, it's like a lot of immature, young
Look,
people causing chaos in the car shows.
In the 20s now.
The what, Walker?
Being 20 back then was different from being in your 20s now.
Oh yeah,
definitely. Yes,
but
definitely.
I agree with Sky what she's saying. I totally get it.
Yeah, so like down here, like we can even have a decent car show sometimes because these youngsters will start throwing beer cans at each other, and it just turns into a bloody mess. And it's just I stopped going to car shows, so I kind of stopped doing that. That's why I'm doing more like my own like projects. Well, my latest photographer that I'm working with heavily right now, and I love her so much. My sister-in-law, I think I mentioned her. So we do have some things planned out. Of course, it takes a lot of effort and like even some of the props that are used, it's like, okay, you need to buy this, you need to buy that. Sometimes if it's like it looks so simple on the shot, but like the work that it takes behind the shot, it's like it's completely insane. So it can get overwhelming. But I do have some projects coming up, and what Sean was mentioning earlier with the movie The Clockwork Orange, I have used a lot of music video and movie inspo for some of my shoots. So yeah, and I'm excited because like I said, like photographers down here too, that's other thing. And no disrespect to anyone, but it's hard to find photographers that want to work with like your out of the box ideas, not just like, oh, let me get into a pretty outfit and shoot. Like that's so common, that's so typical. So like luckily I asked her. Yeah.
Yeah, I for a while there, I used to love to do some photography, and I stopped like years ago. But I used to love, man, pulling out that SLR and just finding like taking like some really just kind of abstract, kind of like just really just different kind of, because some of it is just, yeah, it's just the same crap over and over again, recycled.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's awesome though. Like I like the out of the box shit because that's
Real
definitely. Tim, what's going on, Tim?
Tim, my man.
So
Welcome.
Sky, so it's you and your sister-in-law that are doing the photo shoots together. Like she's taking the pictures while you're modeling.
Yes, the most recent
Oh,
ones, and I
that's
speak about the most
badass.
recent ones because I think you've seen like a bunch of them to this point. I still work with one of my other photographers. He's a younger guy. He's pretty cool.
Mhm.
He's used to like the car photography, so I'm the one that's like pushing him to do other things. But yeah, lately it's been me and her, and she'll have ideas, I'll have ideas. Sometimes I'll give her my crazy ideas, and she's like, "Okay, let's fucking do it." And sometimes
The reason why I say it is because they look insane, dude. They're so good. Like
she
they're
is
good.
good, right?
Dude, when I saw him on Instagram, I was like, holy shit, this is so badass. The music, I don't know if it's you or your sister-in-law who picks the music for the background and all the colors and everything like that. It looks amazing.
We need to get some Scallywag gear pictures.
Oh yeah, that would be that. That would be
Yeah. I've already mentioned I'm all about that and some demented ones, man. Anytime. Yeah, we'll figure something out. We'll talk.
Hey, real quick before we bring Bill in or anything like that, I do want to throw out there about this movie that you and I watched.
Yeah, and I want to bounce something off of the Clockwork Orange thing here in a second. So.
Bounce the Clockwork Orange off real quick.
Well, just real quick, I want to see people's horror knowledge for a movie that lasted about 3 months in the States before it got banned. But a lot of people don't realize there was a part, basically a part 2 to Clockwork Orange, Dead Boys Don't Fly. And I was just curious if anybody's seen that, because that was one of the absolute most effed up movies outside of the one you had me watch the other day. That one's probably number 2, but that was one wild movie. And it was an American version of Clockwork Orange, done kind of, it was billed as like the part 2 to it, which I don't really think it was, but similar, man. Dead Boys Don't Fly.
I have heard of it. I have never seen it.
It is.
Yeah, I've never heard of it till now.
Yeah, it's absolutely.
Oh, also, I want to say, Sky, you got some amazing body work done, artwork from your tattoo artist. Who's your tattoo artist?
That's my other hobby, I guess you can say. I sit in the chair for like 5-6 hours sometimes, and I'm supposed to get a whole body sleep done, but it is a lot of work. And I already had some tattoos on my body previously to what we started. So my tattoo artist, Lee, I love him too. I actually go to Alton. It's called Lucky 13 and Alton. It's closer to you. I have to drive an hour to get there. But for you, it's like maybe 20 minutes away.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Dude, you sit like a fucking pro, man. Like, I oh my God, I don't know how you do it, for real.
Freaks in your fucking tattoos, I swear.
Yeah, I'm pain tolerant.
I love them.
I have my, it's still not done. Like, nothing's completely done yet, but it's a lot of work. And I have my whole leg done, my butt cheek. We started the ribs 2 weeks ago. I'm actually going back tomorrow to get all that shaded. Well, most of it, it's huge. But yeah, I don't know how I do it either. I mean, like I said, I'm high pain tolerant, so I think that has a lot to do with that. And it is like stress therapy, to be honest. It kind of shifts the mental pain, I guess you can say.
What's the longest you've ever sat for a session?
I think maybe the 6 hours. I can't remember. Sometimes I fall asleep too. I think I want to say maybe 6 hours, 5-6 hours.
Well,
wow.
That's right around where my longest session in one sitting without stopping was about 7.5 hours.
Wait, hold on 1 second. We got the comment of the night here, because yes, he does, Katie. Tell Walker to show his tramp stamp. So Walker,
I don't have a tramp stamp.
Oh man.
I've got
Sky, are
I've
you
got
thinking
over
of like
70
getting all
tattoos
covered
and
or
no
just
tramp
half?
stamp.
I'm doing everything except my neck and this. I wouldn't touch this, but I'm doing like so. I do want to do my neck. I wouldn't do the face, but the neck maybe depends. Maybe I'll start from like the shoulders down, but I am doing everything.
Well, the
Well, you
neck,
definitely got some
I
badass
fell
tats.
asleep when I got my neck done.
You fell asleep?
Yep. Neck is nothing.
Nerve. I don't know. Man, all I can think about is the nerve.
No, this area right here. If it feels like it would be sensitive.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
worst part
definitely.
of getting tattooed for me was my thighs.
Right, your wife's chiming in, Walker. What was the name of the movie again, Sean? It was Dead Boys Don't Fly, and also no tramp stamp on Walker. Damn it!
No. Hi, Miss
Told
Walker.
you. Love you, baby.
Wifey saved you there, bro.
Hey, that's my girl.
You have the sweetest husband in the world.
That's it. All right.
Right.
So you had you wanted to mention, what was it, Deranged, Walker?
Deranged. Yeah. You know, all this talk about the Netflix Ed Gein movie. Well, there is a movie from 1972, I believe it is, 72 or 74, called Deranged. It stars Roberts Blossom as a guy named Ezra, who is basically the Ed Gein character. And I'm going to tell you guys, for a cheaply made Canadian exploitation film, it is one of the best. It is absolutely psychotic, and the acting is phenomenal, and it's pretty damn accurate.
Yeah, well, yeah. I thought they were going to blow it later on in the movie and go somewhere that it didn't go with that game. Now, they don't call him that game; they call him Ezra or whatever. But it's essentially everything is that game. Like it says, this
Is
is.
it streaming somewhere? Is it streaming somewhere?
It is on Amazon Prime.
If you have Prime,
Amazon.
free.
My husband actually brought that up. He's like, he saw me watching the Ed Gein show, and he's like, "You should watch Deranged." I remember, I was like, "What did that ring a bell?" And I was looking at the previews, and when you said Ezra, it rang a bell. Like I was like, "Okay, I know what you're talking about. I need to see that."
It's actually I watched it on the plane because Walker was like, "You got to see this." I'm like, "All right." So he wanted to talk about it. So I'm like, "All right, well, on the plane, it'll give me something to do." So I downloaded it and watched it on the plane. It's a really good movie. I still have the last 8 minutes to go because then I got picked up. But
let me tell you,
itself
and
is
this is no joke, I think that Deranged is a better movie than the Netflix Ed Gein show.
Well, I haven't watched that show because of all the reviews, so I need to go back and watch that. I switched over and watched the John Wayne Gacy one, that Devil in Disguise, instead.
I really want to
I
see
recommend
that.
Disguise is badass.
But I saw Frankenstein. I liked it.
I need to watch that too. I haven't seen that
I
yet.
really did. Did you see it, Sky?
I did. I love Guillermo del Toro. He the scenes are always so beautiful. His work is so beautiful. Sometimes I'm like, okay, the movies like certain movies, everything else I do love, but like there are just a couple of movies that I'm like not like a huge fan of. But even then, even like when I personally, I think the movie's like just the work behind, like the all the details he puts into a scene. It's like wow, like it's so eye captivating to me. But I did see it. I did like it.
It was. I freaking loved it. Even my son loved it. He was like, "Mom, now that is a good
I haven't
movie."
watched it yet. I haven't watched it yet, but the visuals that I've seen really look good.
I loved one of his interviews because they asked him, they were like, "So, you know, what gets you to work so much? Like, why do you work a lot?" And I liked how he says, "Because I live in Mexico." I was like, "Oh shit." Bringing it to the table. Like, we're hard workers and we don't give up.
That movie looks really good. And did anyone see Poor Things? I haven't seen that.
No, I haven't.
I haven't seen that.
Another one.
That's my wife, and she hadn't even told me about it.
She's telling you
I'm gonna check it out.
it's live, man. But there's
Um,
Where's it
out, man.
streaming?
There's a lot of remakes coming out. There's all kinds of stuff coming out, man. We got to do a quick Demented Ones breakdown, but like the Silent Night, Deadly Night is coming back out, which was one of my favorite as a kid.
Oh, that's yeah.
But Gremlins 3 is coming out. It is official. It is being released 2027. No casting updates yet, but we'll definitely week to week as stuff comes on. We'll like.
I did hear Zach Galligan will be back.
It's rumored.
Wow. I was shocked. I didn't even find out about it till like a few days ago, and I was like, "Are you serious? They're really coming out with part 3? Like,
Part 3.
That's insane."
Yeah,
I mean,
there's
come
part
on.
3, and it was rumored for a while, and then it went back and forth. But Steven Spielberg's on board, and part 3 is coming out, and it's dubbed for 2027. This all right. This is going to show my real dork side here, but I don't care. The reboot for Buffy the Vampire Slayer is definitely happening. I'm excited about that. I don't care. You guys can rib me all you want in the comments, man. And Sarah Michelle Gellar is back, but obviously not going to be the main thing. It's going to be, what was it? Chloe, I forgot her name, but she's going to be like the new Slayer. But Sarah Michelle Gellar is listed as a reoccurring. But I'm hoping they get some Xander and some, you know what I mean? Give me some Seth Green action and stuff like that in there, man.
Let me just break this real quick. Katie from Dead Smooth, such a sweetheart. She was asking my wife, "Are you running low on any of the peach stash? I'm mailing something tomorrow, and I'm more than happy to top you off." Let me tell you, Katie, my wife absolutely adores Papa Don't Peach.
That's
and anything you want to throw her way, we will use.
Yeah, Papa Don't Peach. Yeah. We gotta get Katie on. Katie, we gotta get you on, man.
Yes.
But yeah, Papa Don't Peach is badass. Everything I've tried from Dead Smooth is pretty badass, actually.
Absolutely. Now, there's one more movie I want to talk about. It has officially been confirmed that there will be a sequel to my favorite movie of all time in the kind of sci-fi horror genre, The Thing. Now, there's rumors that Keith David and Kurt Russell will be back. So, I'm excited for that.
Yeah, now I hate to break your bubble on news that came out today, bud, but the Kurt Russell just signed up for season 2 of some other things, and they're now I forgot the monster or something. Now they're saying it's unlikely he'll be in Thing 2, but that's just what I read. That's confirmed. He's gonna be in the show. That don't necessarily mean he won't be in Thing 2, but that's what people are assuming now that he signed up for this Monsters Legacy or whatever show that he's going to be a full-time cast member of. So I hope he fits both in there, because if there's no Kurt Russell, I don't even want to say it. That'd be like Freddy Krueger 2010. That sucked.
Yeah, well, it's when they did the remake of The Thing with the woman lead, that was just garbage.
I didn't even see that. Well,
oh my god, dude!
Kurt Russell one's a remake in and of itself, but yeah, I didn't see the other one. I don't know.
Oh, it was garbage. Garbage.
The same thing with Aliens and stuff. I saw the first Alien movie, but there's so many, and then there's new shows coming out, and I can't keep up with a lot of this stuff, man.
Dude, yeah, you got the first 2 Alien movies were classics. Then you get, it's gone from Aliens to, alien fuck sticks. I mean, it's just retarded.
I couldn't get into it. After the first couple of movies, I was just like, okay, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah. Yeah. The same thing with the Predator. The Predator, the first one was great. Then there was a bunch of shitty ones. But I'll tell you what, though, that one that came out 2-3 years ago with Hulu, Prey, where it had the Native American woman.
Yeah. I like that one.
Fucking good movie, man. Like that was a really good movie.
I
But now
don't know which one it was. You probably know, Sean. My favorite Predator movie was it had God it was where they went and they were like underground and they were like archaeologists and they found the Predator shit and
oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't know which one that was, but I do
had
remember.
Lance Hendrickson in it.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you.
You
I'm
good?
sorry, I got handed a cheeseburger. I can't pass over a chicken patty. Thank you.
Oh my God, talking about cheeseburgers. So at Burger King, they always have the Whopper Wednesday, and the line is fucking ridiculous. I waited like almost an hour, and I was like, "Oh my God!" and then it's your turn, and they always tell you, "We'll be with you in a moment." Shit.
Wait a minute. Hold up. You telling me that you sat in line for an hour for a fucking Whopper?
I couldn't get out. It was back to back. Like there was no way to get out. And so I was only a couple of cart like down. So I was like, might as well just stay.
I tell you what, like that's my out of all not the regular Whopper, but out of all the fast food burgers, which I'm trying to eat less of, but that freaking Bacon King from Burger King is like the sickest burger out of all the fast food places, man. It's like the size of a face.
I agree.
I mean, my kids and I love them, so it's worth the wait. I mean,
No, I think Burger King's the best. At least it tastes like a grilled burger. You know what I mean?
Well,
but
Sean, when you move down to Florida, you're gonna experience Whataburger.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you what. Before I move
we only have it in Texas, right?
We have like 5 in every city. It's like the big thing down here.
We just got one in my town about 2 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, it started expanding. That's what I remember reading some article online. But yeah, the Whataburger is like a Texas favorite. For whatever reason, also DQ, but I know DQ is like out in the States somewhere. I thought it was Texas at first too for like the longest time, and apparently it's not. But yeah, Whataburger is like very big down here.
That's the Wahlberg thing? The Mark Wahlberg burger? Is that what that is?
No. It's called Whataburger.
I didn't know what Mark Wahlberg's burger was called.
Yeah, those are called Wahlburgers.
Oh, well, shit, I don't know. The fuck I know. I'm just a dumb guy for sure, dude.
Whataburger is probably in my top 5 best fast food burgers that you can get.
I'm gonna have to try it, but I'm going full blown keto, man, because I'm not moving down to Southwest Florida, 50 single and coming down like Uncle Fat F.
You're trying to get back into that bikini body.
But shit, give me a Mexican burger.
Trying to get back into that bikini body.
I'd be down with a Mexican burger. I'll tell you that. What?
I said you're trying to get back into that bikini body.
That's right. Damn right. Maybe I'll hop out of a wave and like flick water off the beard or something down there in Florida.
Hey, if you ever need diet ideas or diet plans, let me know. I got you.
Okay.
I'm gonna message you, Sky.
Because my doctor did approve like to go like.
It's because I have ADHD, and there'll be sometimes where I don't even feel like eating, and then all of a sudden, boom, I'm like binge eating, and that's like the worst.
Well, see, I'll do that too. I won't eat, and then like I try to do intermittent fasting, and I could do it, like not eat, just eat between like 12 and 8 or whatever like that. But what screws me up is coffee. So my one doctor was like, "Well, just put a splash of heavy cream in it, then you get no sugar and you'll be fine." But I don't know. I try.
Let me tell y'all.
Can't do it.
Let me tell y'all. Several years back, I got rid of about 200 pounds of really ugly fat just by divorcing my second wife.
Wow. Fair enough. Yeah, but I can't divorce myself. I'm already like, you know what I mean? I got, my breakup is the reason I put on 60 freaking pounds. I'm stress eating shit.
Oh no, when I went through my divorce, it was the skinniest I've ever been. And I was like, man, I need a date again so I can get my heart broken so I can lose weight.
Well, that should have been my game plan. But after like 16 years and the kids and this, that, it was like right before the holidays, and I just went into let me drink and eat, and next thing you know, I was halfway to my goal weight, and it plummeted all the way back down to fat F land.
Let me tell you something. We were talking about mental health earlier. Let me tell you something.
Hey, we got to bring Bill in a minute too.
Before I met my wife that I have now, and yes, I've been married 3 times.
Sorry, third time's a charm.
Third time's a charm. I've been married to her for 13 years. And before I met her and we started becoming a thing, I was in the worst shape I've ever been in. I was not just overweight, but I was also depressed. I was, quite frankly, using substances that I shouldn't have been using. I was miserable. And after we had been married for a few years, my diabetes really kicked in, and I ended up being like 300, and I think the highest I got was like 325, and I'm only 5'5". Okay.
I didn't mean to laugh, dude, but like,
no, hey, laugh away, man. I looked like a fire plug, dude. And I got on Manjaro, and it saved my life. I ended up dropping like 60 pounds in a month. I've gone from 325 to 180, and I ain't never going back.
I mean, I want to try. I tried the shots; they made me sick. But I want to try it with diet. I can get back in the gym. But the other problem I've been having is where my foot is like this big from where I caught that cellulitis. I'm waiting for that to finish going down. It's healing, and after all these bags of IVs, I finally got the infection gone in the leg. But like, it's my ankle still like every time I'm on it for like more than an hour, it goes. Boom.
Well, that's just fluid, brother.
Yeah,
you know.
I mean, I'm still gonna. I just can't like I want to play my kid at racquetball again because that's some of my favorite exercise because I love playing racquetball. He's been beating me a lot, so I gotta get better.
I've told you for 2 years now, you need to get back on those Ozempic shots.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't want to do the shots. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to. 2 weeks, it was like I was sick, and I just like I'd rather do a diet, man. You know what I mean?
What do you think? What do you think of the shots? Do you think they work, or do you think they're bad for the health, or what do you think?
Who, me?
I've had a lot of patients on it. Honestly, I know there's like a lot of like bad things about the shots out there, but no, I've seen it personally work for the patients. My brother-in-law uses them, and honestly, I think they're great. By all means, you lose the weight however you have to lose the fucking weight. And if it's by injections, I wouldn't consider it cheating like other people do. I think they're actually great. Now, the side effects, yeah, some people do have really nasty side effects. That's the thing. But of course, everyone's different. But the shots, the injections, I personally think they're pretty amazing. I've been through my weight loss and fitness journey and being a trainer on and off with, I fluctuate because of the whole PCOS thing. But, with diet and exercise, it's still doable. Men actually lose weight faster than women. You can also still drink coffee. I drink a bunch of coffee throughout the day, and you just have to learn how to drink it. I can teach you what to do. I also drink myself. People think that you have to completely cut alcohol, and no offense to anyone that's sober, but I still drink a lot, and I'm still able to stay fit. So you just have to learn how to include it into your routine.
Yeah,
the smart way.
Let me just say this. and I don't mean to interrupt.
Mhm.
When I started taking Manjaro, it was because of my diabetes was just so out of control. My blood sugars were in the 400s on a regular basis. And I have no problem if somebody wants to take an Ozempic shot or, Zepbound or whatever to lose weight. The problem that I had was when I had my Manjaro prescription and I couldn't get my Manjaro prescription because all of these soccer moms who were trying to get a beach body were getting them before I was. And I'm sitting there going, I need this shit to live. And you just want your ass to be smaller, you know? Now,
Well, they're
thankfully,
for both
I
now.
want my ass to look bigger. No.
so do we. But now we have Zepbound and Ozempic and stuff. So now I'm able to get my actual Manjaro prescription pretty much on a regular basis, which is cool.
Right. There you
That
go.
was a big issue when they first started. I actually, when they first came up with the injections, I pretty much would get upset myself too, because I had all these patients that were actually diabetic that needed the injection. And like you said, there were like all these women like just consuming it like it was like, you know. So I'm like, okay, like that's kind of fucked up. Nowadays, like that's not the issue. But yeah, no, when it was like a
It would
first,
take
you
me
know,
3 weeks for them to be able to fill my prescription because other people who had plenty of money were going out and
was
buying
like,
it outright,
no.
whereas I have to wait for my Medicaid to kick in.
So
So,
prove it. Yeah, I remember that. It was a big thing. And yeah, it was so difficult. And we would have to do all these prior auths and try to get the injections approved. And then we get denied and we had to try again. And then, yeah, you had all these people just buying them. They're pretty pricey.
Me, when they put me on it, it took me like 3 weeks to get my first one. You know what I mean? Because of that. But
yep.
and real quick, and when I said that, I wasn't talking smack on people taking the shots either. Like, hey, however you get the weight off, it just for me was making me just sick. Like I just didn't like it. You know what I mean? And I'm nervous with that shit anyway. They made me take not to go on this rant again, but they made me take the vaccine for my job, the COVID vaccine, and 5 days later I had a widowmaker heart attack. So I'm a little nervous with just, you know what I mean? It just makes me. And then when I did, and I was getting sick, and I'm like, yeah, now I'm done. I got a guy though who had some major reactions to Ozempic. He's actually been out of work for about a month. He's having a lot of stomach issues. He had some stomach paralysis and some other things, and he's in bad shape. But that's rare though, from what I hear. Like, but that was enough to scare the crap out of me too. Like, yeah, all right, I'm not. You know what I mean?
Well,
Yeah, I did the COVID shot too, and no, thank you.
Well, I wasn't gonna take it, and not to get into all that shit, but like I wasn't gonna take it. But then they told us like I couldn't deliver at this place if I didn't have
a lot
it.
of shops required it.
So I finally did it, and I did the one Johnson one or whatever it was, and then it was like then that happened, and then it was literally the night before Thanksgiving I had the heart attack, and I was like Thanksgiving getting like emergency stents put in and everything, and then like a week later the union fought them and they dropped the mandate, so I wouldn't have had to got it anyway. So it kind of just pissed me off altogether. Like,
man, Sean, they need to wrap you in a freaking bubble.
Yeah, that was they're thinking not to go into too much, but like they're thinking like because when I was younger I had Hodgkin's and it had weakened the heart a tad. So they're thinking when I took the vaccine with that little bit of a weaken, it was only a tiny bit weakened. But I guess when the vaccine, it just threw it like whatever it was, like, and I had a widowmaker. So, I mean, it might have had something to do with all the spam and all the bad foods and everything else, but it was just pretty big coinky dink for it to be like 5 days after you know what I mean? Got it.
Well, I was going to say, if I ever have a heart attack, God forbid, it's probably going to be like freaking Richard Pryor said, my heart's gonna be going, why'd you eat the fucking pork?
Yeah, something like that, man. All right, let's bring. Hold on, real
We
quick.
need to bring Bill on.
Yeah, let me bring him on real quick. Bill, what's good, man? In the world,
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
what's up?
Oh,
Just trying to plug the autism cap, get over to Funky Brims.
Nice.
that's a good looking cat.
Get
I think
over to
he's
Funk.
got. I think we got a couple. I think he's got a couple left, and down to 3 of the Harvest Reapers. We have some of the pins left too. So
Nice.
I think there's a 56, a 58, and a 60 left on the Harvest Reaper. So if you're still looking for one of those,
And let me tell you, if you are looking for one of those, it's a fantastic cap.
yeah, it's we did it with Jason Wigger, JMW Hats. He did an awesome job.
Nice.
Like I said before, I think we about killed him trying to get him done. I think he started in July.
And the pin ain't too bad either.
Yeah, the pin is nice. I wanted to make it glow in the dark, but Luther vetoed it.
That would have
We're,
been
we're giving them away with the hats.
Well,
It was starting to get expensive.
Wait. Now I got a bone to pick with Luther, man. That would have been pretty fucking cool, man.
I know. I was gonna say
That
too.
would have been cool. Have a little glow in the dark pin action.
Yeah, well, we have there's one Jackanade left. That's glow in the dark, the Halloween pumpkin one.
Jack
We'll do another glow in the dark next
here.
year. We'll do another glow in the dark next year for Halloween.
Yeah, I think the glow in the dark pins really kind of, they're kind of a niche
Yeah,
market. But let me tell you, they look cool as hell.
yeah.
I'd rock one. I don't even wear pins really, and I'd rock one.
Yeah, I think everybody knows this year's kind of, it's hard to see this one because of the way the light is, but that's the Krampus pin for this year.
Oh, nice.
If you bought the summer Krampus, you have a code. You can go buy it now. It'll be open up to general sale Friday at some point in time.
Now, my brother Marcus Maury, he actually bought me a summer Krampus pin. I'm waiting on that when I get together with him for coffee, man. I can't wait to get that one.
The summer Krampus, it turned out nice. I think we got a few left. I don't think we have too many, but there's a few summer Krampus left. Kind of been cleaning things out, get ready because I got 600 pins today in UPS, so we got all the Christmas pins in, and I think the first release for January is in.
So now, like Marcus saying, he never got the code. So
Yeah, I was gonna ask, how do you get the code?
Then he didn't subscribe to the email. He had to be, we posted half a dozen times about subscribe to the email because that's how we sent the code out. Because trying to send 80 messages to individual people just wasn't going to work.
Yeah.
But if he shoots me a message, I'll generate a code and get it to him.
Okay, he said he did subscribe. He just never got the email.
Okay, tell him to shoot me a message and I'll generate a code for him.
All right,
I'm on my work laptop. I can't do it from here.
You're good.
They got strict rules,
That's it.
And then the other pin that came in today was the Ox pin.
Oh yeah,
His Boondock pin. That's in stock. All the pre-sale pins went out today. They got mailed out, and it's wide open. Anybody that wants one can get it. I'm sure he'll do. I just sent him his pins today, so I'm sure he'll do a unbox with one of his caps with it. So
nice.
And then get ready for Christmas. We've got 4 pins we're dropping, which includes the Krampus. It's on pre-sale. And then we still have a few of the veterans pins. The dog tags are still available, and a few No Shave November pins. in Bearded, we're going to be next 2 weekends in Bearded. We'll be doing no shave giveaways. We did them in the last couple weekends in a couple other groups. They went really well. So we've got
wait, Bill, real quick. But it's November 11th. Where's the beard, dude? You've been shaving.
I have a condition where I have to go to the dermatologist every 3 months, so I can't.
All right.
I haven't been able to do a beard for about 10 years.
Oh, man.
The skin cancer thing. So, but I played football, out, from fourth grade through 12th. And then I coached football for 40 years. So all summer I was standing out in the sun, and, back in the day we didn't use sunscreen. So
yeah.
Amen. Yeah.
Sunscreen was something from the last maybe 15 years that I really started getting into it. But, I would get, coaching, and then I'd get fried. My face would be, red. And so
this is what I tell everybody, Bill. It doesn't matter if you got a beard or not, man. As long as you're, rocking your style and you're rocking them caps, that's all that matters.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely, man.
But the Bearded, over in Bearded will be this weekend and next. I got some gift cards from a couple of the beard companies. I'm going to message you offline. I need to get those. I bought some Bearded Scallywag gift cards. They never sent them via email or anything, so I just need to get with you and so we can give those away.
Yeah, it should have been sent right to the email. So
yeah, you can check. I know you're busy, man. So I was gonna hit you up over the weekend, and
no, it's all good. Yeah.
We got some flaming beard. We got a sampler box to give away, and a bunch of pins. So pins and some pinhead T-shirts. So we're gonna be giving away a lot of stuff. So.
Nice. So there you go.
Yesterday, I'll be posting it. We gave away a couple. We're doing the veterans thing too over on Pinheads. Every other day we're doing a drawing, and we have a couple T2T Boston Scally caps with pins to give away. We've been giving away shirts and pins and all kinds of stuff over on the Pinheads Facebook page. So if any veterans out there, get over to the Pinheads page. Look at the pinned, their featured pinned posts, and there's a place to do what you need to do, drop a pic and all that. And we got you in the drawing. So
very cool.
We've been dropping those short reels of the guys who served, and pictures of them in the service. So awesome. I think we're dropping them on Bearded. So
nice.
Right on.
Right.
I wanted to say that. I wanted to say thank you to everyone who served, especially my dad.
Absolutely. Thank you so much to everybody who has served. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. So, all right, Bill. Anything you got anything else for us?
That's all I got. Next week will be I'll be showing off all the Christmas pins. So we're gonna do another gift pin too. We got 100 pins to just give away. They're gonna be random, and when you order a pin, they'll be in random starting in December. It'll just be dropped in. I think last year we did that Santa hat, so this year we have a different pin to just throw in randomly to different orders. So nice. No rhyme or reason. I just have them in a box, and I grab one and drop it in the envelope. So
nice.
But that's it. And then as we get closer to Christmas, we'll talk about January. We got a lot of good stuff planned for next year.
Awesome. Sounds good, brother.
All right, you guys have a good evening. Thanks.
Right, thank you, Bill.
All right, take care, guys.
All right, you too. All right, guys. So you guys got anything else? Walker, Sky? Anything?
I just want to say, Sky, thanks for joining us tonight. It was it was awesome to finally meet you live. And it took this long, and my apologies, but even though you're from Brownsville and I'm from Alamo, we need to get together, even to watch a movie or something.
I am down. Like I said, I travel all over the valley anyway, so I'm down. But no, yeah, thank you so much for inviting me. I've never done this before. I have, but the different one kind of story. Anyway, But yeah, if you guys ever need like fitness tips, diet tips, medication tips, nursing tips, behavioral health, mental health, anything of that sort, if you want to touch a whole photo shoot car knowledge type thing, I got you. Just message me. I'm here.
Awesome. Yeah,
Sky Sidious, the official nurse of the
Yeah.
Scallywag.
I like
I
it.
love it.
Actually, and I'm gonna hit you up too for like some like nutritional tips if that's cool. Hell
See,
yeah.
and that was one question I wanted to ask Bill. I wanted to ask him if he had any nurse pens, like nurse
He did.
pens for
They did
nurses.
do one a while back, I think. Yeah, they did do one a while back, but I can't.
Yeah, it's been a while, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
all I wanted to say was a couple of things. Was first, Gabby, thank you so much. It was a pleasure. Welcome back anytime. Other thing, if you are so inclined, go to beardedscallywags.com and get yourself some gear. Every little bit helps, and every time you buy something, it helps bring content like this. And I wanted to show off 2 drops, one that's happening Friday and one that has already happened. Friday, Grindstone is releasing the Toy Maker. Get in on that. And one of my new favorite companies that I've been enjoying, Beards and Barks. Cody, this is kind of a takeoff of the Stranger Things and the whole waffles.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Where do you
Very
get? Where did that one come from, Walker?
That's a company called Beards and Barks.
Yes.
Everything is kind of dog related.
Oh yeah.
He started the company after he adopted a foster dog named Buster, and he's been putting out some really, really killer stuff. I actually sent Sean one, and he dug it.
Is that the little canister you sent me?
No, that was Big Dog.
No, that was
okay.
Big Dog.
Yeah,
Big Dog, who is
love
RIP,
that
no longer in service.
Yeah, closed up.
Oh,
But the Beards and Barks was pretty good, and I thank you for the plug there on Scallywags, bro. I appreciate it, man. And speaking of that, if you're looking for a group home, men, women, just cool in general, Scallywag, then hit us up at Bearded Scallywags. We'd love to have you. If you're into horror, demented ones, love to have you there too.
Absolutely.
Really going, and there's a lot planned for demented ones. I've been so nuts with everything else that it's been kind of running here, but there's going to be a lot of stuff in there, and I'm looking for people in there, like people that want to do blogs, people write, like all kinds of stuff. So if you're interested in horror, want to get more involved, hit me up. And Sky, we'd love to have you tonight. Thank you so much for popping in, and I hope everybody has an awesome rest of the week. Make sure you keep an eye out for Walker and me on Saturday morning, Beards and Brews. Wake up with the Bearded Scallywags. Much love. Keep it Scallywag. Be demented. See you guys soon.